Bueno, I'm recording here the session now. So welcome to our week number 6, the class of the week number 6 of Basic 2. It's going to be our class today. It's going to be working. Sorry, somebody has the microphone on. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to be working today in our class number 6, right? We're going to start this class with a very easy question. It's going to be this question that is right here. Christian, could you please, my friend, help me to read the question that is here, bro?
Excuse me, teacher, could you repeat the question?
Just help me to read, my friend. Help me to read the question that is here.
Okay, perfect. How have cell phone changed?
Exactly. How have the cell phones changed? All right. So, well, long time ago, like in the 90s, probably we could see these cell phones, no? And then later we started during the 2000s, we started to see other different cell phones, the Nokia 1100, the Motorola, the Alcatel, the blah blah blah. And then at the end of the decade, we started to see the cell phones with camera, right? So how have cell phones changed? What were the difference before with the cell phone and the cell phones now? Are they the same? Are they different? What difference do they have? What do you think, guys? What's the difference between the cell phones before and the cell phones now?
For example,
The cell phone change, teacher, excuse, the cell phone change with antenna, um, so no display.
Okay, now they have display. Before they had antenna, okay. Christian, ¿ibas a decir algo más? Diana, Paula.
Touch,
Paula, sorry, again?
touch, no sé.
Yeah, now they have touch screen, right? Okay, very good.
in the past, the cell phone has a keyboard, but now they don't got it.
Exactly, before they had a keyboard, right? What is the meaning of keyboard, guys? Keyboard? What is the meaning of that?
Teclado.
Teclado, exactly, very good. But now they don't have it, no? So, okay, very good. Diana, ¿ibas a decir algo más? Anything else?
Sí, pero se me fue la idea. Ay, qué pena.
No, it's all right, no
Teacher,
problem. Yes.
in the security,
Why?
and the password or the security apps. Oh yeah, in apps.
Okay.
Use in app.
Now they use apps. Before they didn't have, they have like some like functionalities, but they didn't have applications itself, no?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
password, before it was only a pin. That was the only way to put security. Now we have the fingerprint. What is the fingerprint? Fingerprint, what is that?
Como lector de huella.
Huella
La huella
dactilar.
digital, huella dactilar, very good. Also, we have facial recognition or face recognition.
Face ID, el face record.
For the Face ID, very good.
Face
Recall.
ID en los iPhones.
Also, we have like a pattern. What is the meaning of pattern? Pattern? What is the meaning of that?
Patrón.
Un
What is
patrón,
the-
very good.
Patrón.
Word?
Exactly. So when we draw with our finger, we draw like a pattern, no? Like for example, the pattern that is like this, a little house, or sometimes an S, or sometimes a square. Bueno, the pattern, no? So they have more security now. Okay, very good. That's it. Any other change?
The camera.
It's more privacy.
Okay, two different changes that mentioned there. Diana says is more private.
Eso.
More private, ¿cierto? More private. Es más privado. Now they have camera. Okay. Paula, what is the change that you want to mention? Paula, you have your hands up.
More security.
Okay, bueno, more security also too. Yeah, like with the passwords, with the applications. Paula,
Have many functions.
which one? Sorry, again?
Have many functions.
Has many functionalities, no? Like for example, the GPS, the camera, the video games, a lot.
Alarm.
Oh, and yeah, they have an alarm. Also, the previous one, they had alarm, no? Or no? I don't remember. The previous one had alarm. ¿Esos tenían alarma? I don't remember.
Yes. No?
Yes, I think they did. Yes, exactly. So they had alarm, and also now we have cell phones with alarm, right? Andrés, ¿ibas a decir otra? Any other?
Wait the sentence.
Sorry, Andrés, again?
Wait the sentence. O sea, como la forma de enviar mensajes, textos.
Okay, how they do it now? Before it was only SMS, no? That was the text messages, but only using the money on your phone. But now, how is it?
A través de
used?
PIN.
Before it was also with the pin in the Blackberries, right? The Blackberries, it was very common with the pin. But now, what do we use?
We
WhatsApp.
can use app, Messenger, and a lot of
Whatever.
the app.
The apps now use internet, no? These cell phones, they didn't have internet. No, maybe like the first cell phones were like the Blackberries or probably before it. But now every single cell phone has internet connection, right? Now all of the cell phones have internet connection. So when I say how have cell phones changed, can you tell me what is the meaning of this expression? How have cell phones changed? What is the meaning that in Spanish?
¿Cómo han cambiado los celulares?
Thank you, Paula. So it's como han cambiado los celulares with present perfect. Yes, I use have and the verb in past participle because you know that we have to talk about an activity or something that started in the past in the 90s, but nowadays in 2023 we continue talking about the cell phone. So it's something that is not finished, algo que no ha finalizado. So that's why we use the present perfect. Ya que usamos present perfect. How have the cell phones changed? ¿Cierto? Como han cambiado. No usamos pasado simple porque no se ha acabado, ¿cierto? Tampoco presente porque estamos incluyendo tanto el pasado como el presente, right? So how have the cell phones changed? Talking about a long process during the whole story, the history, right? But when we mention the different specific times, no, for example, that they had keyboard, that they had antenna, that they use only PIN for starting, that they send SMS text messages, right? We are talking about specifically in the 90s. So in that case, we are going to be talking about simple past, right? Now we talk about the 2023 or in this moment in the present, we know that they have fingerprint, that they have face recognition, that they have pattern, no? But we use it that it happens now. So we are using the present simple, right? One question, simple question. What do you think that will be the improvements, como las mejoras, the improvements of the cell phones in the future? Anything new? Anything new for the cell phones? Maybe holograms, maybe better cameras. What do you think that will be the improvements in the future?
Teacher, for example, yesterday I saw a video when some men use a band like a hologram when he can see all the options on his cell phone.
Actually, Apple is already working on that, no? With the Googles, I don't know what is the name of the goggles, but of the glasses, but they are like in augmented reality, no?
Virtual glasses.
The glasses, the option, the cell phones in the glasses.
Exactly. So they have the same cell phones options, but in the glasses, what Liliana called their virtual glasses. Okay, probably that is going to happen soon. What is the meaning of soon? Se me olvida, soon?
Pronto.
Pronto, no? So that's going to happen soon. Okay. Anything else? Any other possibility about the cell phones? Any other improvements?
Intelligent cell phone.
It's a possibility now with the ChatGPT. It's a possibility that you just talk to your cell phone and your cell phone has already its own intelligence. No, it's another possibility that will happen in the future, in the near future. What is the meaning of the near future? Near future
Futuro cercano.
and distant future.
Futuro distante.
Distante.
Of course, it's the opposite, no? Futuro cercano y futuro lejano, right? So I think that in the near future, probably, as Paula said, we will have some intelligent cell phones, no? With our, like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant augmented, right? So in this case, we have been talking about
Aunque, teacher,
Yes.
excuse me, aunque los iPhones como tal, yo tengo iPhone como tal,
Yep.
ya iPhone como tal tiene algunas cosas que ha ido mejorando tanto para este año, sale una nueva versión del sistema operativo en donde uno solamente con acercar los celulares uno puede compartir información en tiempo real y por lo menos el asistente de iPhone que es Siri,
Mhm.
ya uno puede programar cosas desde Siri, mismo celular también tiene un asistente de choque y si uno se choca en el carro, él detecta eso, inmediatamente llama al 123 y todo, o sea,
Called
tiene
the
muchas cosas.
insurance. Exactly. So, but that's why I said the near future, because it's already
Yeah.
created, but the people, the normal people still don't have it, no? So, but in the near future, probably in 6 months, you will be seeing that in the normal people, no? Like everybody's going to have that functionality. Well, very good. So in this case, we have been talking about the cell phone. It's the central topic of the conversation, the cell phone. But we have been talking about different moments or different perspectives. We talk about the past, we talk about the present, and now recently we talk about the future. So all of the tenses, we can manage all the tenses. Ya podemos manejar todos los tiempos. Present, present simple, present perfect, simple past, and simple future. Ya lo sabemos todos, que going to, que did, que was, que were. Easy. Now, what happened? In a conversation, normally we are changing from one tense to the other. Estamos cambiando de un tiempo al otro. So for that reason, it's important that we learn how to contextualize the person that is listening to me. Because if I say, for example, the cell phone got a pin. When I say the cell phone got pin, do you think it's talking about the present, the past, the
Tenía
future?
pasado.
In past.
Past.
Yes. Good. But you know, there is an expression in which we say that the cell phone have got, and it means that they have. Have got, it's a synonym of, when I say have got, it's a synonym of have, simply like have. Ready? So in that case, if I say the cell phone have got pin, I probably am talking about the present, right? So it's sometimes difficult to identify if I am talking about the present or the past or the future, or because, for example, if I say I report the accident, yes, report was in present or past, it's difficult to identify. So when we want to contextualize the person that is listening to me, my listener, I am going to have one resource, una herramienta, un recurso, and are the time expressions, right? The time expressions we have for all different tenses, past, present, and future, are going to help me to contextualize the person if I am talking about the past, the present, or the future. For example, Christian told me at the beginning, teacher, in the past, the cell phones got keyboard, but nowadays they don't. Nowadays they have a touch screen. Yeah. So, but they say nowadays. What is the meaning of nowadays? I forget.
Hoy en día.
Hoy en día, very good. That is a time expression that is going to help me to contextualize my listener. It's going to help my listener to understand, okay, he's talking about the cell phones right now, not in the past, not recently. No, in the cell phones right now, right? So in that case, we're going to have 3 different groups of expressions. The expressions for the past, the expressions for the present, and the expressions for the future. Ready? My dear Liliana, help me with the first column, reading the expressions in the past.
Me,
Yeah, please.
Liliana,
Yes.
okay. In the past, before, previously, in the old times, back the time, yesterday, ago, last.
Okay, very good. Pronunciation of this one? Pronunciation?
Previously,
Previously, good, very good. in the old times, back in time, yesterday, ago, and last. In the past, it means in the past, not like en el pasado.
Ajá.
Before, what's the meaning of before?
Antes.
Antes. Previously?
Previamente.
Previamente.
Previamente, very good. In the old time,
En el tiempo
Todos los
pasado.
tiempos.
Antes.
Tiempo
los-
pasado.
en los,
En los tiempos pasados. El tiempo de antes.
en los viejos tiempos, in the old
Ah,
times,
Tiempo de
right? En
antes.
los viejos tiempos. Back in time,
Tiempo atrás.
tiempo atrás, that's it, very good. Yesterday,
Ayer.
yesterday
Ayer.
can be literally yesterday, yesterday what was Wednesday, or metaphorically yesterday, in the past. It could be a synonym of in the past, no? It can be literal or metaphorical, right? So it could be both. Ago, what's the meaning of the expression ago?
Hace.
Hace, very good. So ago, as you can see, includes another expression before. It's going to have a
1 years
time
ago.
unit. Ready? Years ago, months ago, hours ago, minutes ago.
Days
It
ago.
depends. It's days ago, could be too. Ready? So in that case, for example, I could say like, okay, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, it means hace 30 años. 20 minutes ago. What's the meaning of 20 minutes ago?
Hace 20 minutos.
20 minutos atrás.
20 minutos, no, that's it, easy.
Hace 20
So when I
minutos.
mention ago, it's going to be also for the past, yeah? And last, what's the meaning of last?
Pasado.
Like the previous, good. It's going to mention a specific point. No, for
¿Cómo se
example,
dice?
when I, yes,
Antes.
before,
Ah,
before, right? Okay, so when I say last, it's going to mention a specific point, ready? Last month, last year,
Pasado mes.
last Wednesday, for example, last weekend, last Christmas, last December. It's going to mention a specific point. Entonces, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre go y last? Cuando uso a go, menciono una cantidad de tiempo. Tantos años, 3 años, 5 años, 20 años, 20 minutos, 20 segundos, 20 días, whatever. Cuando uso last, me refiero a un punto en específico. El pasado, ¿qué? El pasado diciembre, el pasado fin de semana, weekend. So it's specifically one point. ¿Listo? Ready?
Y el ago siempre va de último y el last va antes de...
Very good, Diana. The ago siempre va al final después de la cantidad de tiempo, mientras que last va antes de mencionar el punto específico. ¿Listo? Last weekend, so on. Of course, these expressions or the expressions of time, yes, they can be positioned in different parts. Usually, they go at the beginning of the sentence. Usually, not always, no siempre, usually. So, for example, I would say that long time ago, right? Sometimes ago, right? So, long time ago, women were more strict, let's say. Yeah, so in that case, let's refer to the old grandma there. Yes, I said that the long time ago the women were.
¿Strict es estricto?
Yes, exactly.
O sea, que ella un tiempo, hace un tiempo ella era estricta, era más estricta.
Excellent. The women, ¿no? O sea, las mujeres in general, ¿no?
Sí.
It's an example, right?
Ah, ok,
So,
de women en general.
Exactly. So in that case, the women were more strict or stricter,
Teacher,
right? Yes.
y si es de, digamos en general, ahí no hace falta la preposición de entre ego y women.
No. Hay
No
una,
es
cuando
necesario.
hablo de personas como hombres y mujeres, en general,
Sí.
no se necesita la preposición la, los.
Y si yo fuera a
pero,
hablar de she,
no, menos, si es de she, no hay necesidad, ¿no? Ahí, cuando uso she, no hay necesidad de la preposición de.
ok.
La preposición de se usa cuando voy a especificar un grupo específico, por ejemplo, de Colombian women.
Ah, ok.
Ahí
Ya.
sí es un poco más específico, ahí sí requiere la
Sí
preposición
necesita
de.
ese. Ok, thank you, teacher.
¿Listo? Ready? Listo, muy bien, very good. So, in general, long time ago, the women were, women were stricter. I use the verb were. Where is the past of what verb?
To be.
to be.
To be, of course. So when I see that the expression, it's long time ago, in the old times, back in time, yesterday, I know, I understand
Teacher.
that, wait a second, that verb is going to be in past. I contextualize my sentence and I already know, ya sé I understand that the sentence is in past. So the verb or the auxiliary has to be in past.
Ok, es decir que yo no puedo poner long time ago woman is, porque estoy diciendo que hace un tiempo, ¿cómo voy a decir que es?
Exactly, muy
Ajá.
bien. The time expression is going to determine the verb. La expresión de tiempo me determina el verbo. ¿Listo? Muy bien.
Teacher,
Álvaro,
De
¿tenías
hecho, no
pregunta?
debería insinuar.
Ajá, ok.
Álvaro.
Teacher, una preguntita. Acláreme algo acá. Es que ahora me pasó algo. Parece como si se me hubiese borrado el cassette y me confundí. El word it was. ¿En cuándo se usa? ¿En qué momentos? Discúlpeme, recuérdame así
Don't worry.
rápidamente.
I, he, she, it con was.
Terceras personas y is con
Yes.
was
Y
y
todo
el
lo que
resto
era
con
con
were.
are, o sea, you, we, and they, sería con were. ¿Listo?
Ok,
Pero,
ok.
pero, recuerda que eso tiene algunas excepciones. Por ejemplo, cuando hablamos de wish. Cuando hablamos de wish, que lo vimos en la semana 2,
Ujú.
usamos... ¿Sí ven, Jenny? Cuando hablamos de wish, que lo vimos en la semana 2, que era una, digamos, un
Ajá.
presente irreal, cuando digo como desearía ser más alto, por
Ajá.
ejemplo, todos los pronombres van a ir con were.
En word. Ajá,
¿Yes?
exacto.
Esa es una de las excepciones que tengo con was y were.
Perfecto, ok, ok.
¿No?
Teacher, el wish es el double question, which?
No, wish de deseo. Wish, wish. Mira.
Ay,
Wish.
casi no veo, a mí me aparece ahí abajito en la pantalla, me aparece el micrófono y casi no veo, me toca ampliar la pantalla y ver
A
ahí.
ver, por acá, wish.
Wish. Oh, bueno, no
¿Listo?
me acuerdo, pero puedo ver la
Semana
grabación.
2. Semana 2.2.
Ok.
¿Ready? ¿Listo?
Ujú.
Bueno.
Teacher,
Gracias.
thank you. Ahora sí,
Those
ya.
are the expressions about the past. Ready? About the past. Now let's go, my dear Paula Porras, with the second column.
In the present.
Mhm.
Now, nowadays, right now, currently, in this moment, in this day, today.
Excellent, very good. Of course, all of these expressions are for mentioning things about the present. In the present, en el presente, now,
Ahora,
nowadays,
Hoy en
Hoy
día.
en día.
hoy en día, very good. Right now,
Ahora mismo.
Ya mismo.
Ahora mismo.
ahora mismo, very good. Currently,
frecuentemente.
No. Ocurrente, ¿no?
Ahora.
No, no.
Está
En
sucediendo.
este momento,
No.
recientemente.
bueno,
Actualmente.
actualmente.
Ah, sí,
Recuerden
sí,
que
sí.
actually no significa
Es actualidad,
actualmente.
sí, 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 sí.
Actually significa de hecho o en realidad.
¿En
Currently
serio?
significa
Oh, por
actualmente.
Dios.
¿Listo? Es un falso amigo. Recuerden que actually es un falso amigo.
Re falso, sí.
Entonces, son palabras que se parecen, pero no son. Actually no significa actualmente. Significa de hecho o en realidad. Currently, ese sí significan actualmente. ¿Listo? Very good. ¿Y cómo se diría actual? Pues simplemente current. For
Correcto,
example,
ajá.
my current job. O sea, mi trabajo, ¿qué?
Actual.
Mi trabajo actual, my current job, my current boss, my current car, my current couple, you know, all of that. Bueno, very good. In this moment.
En este momento.
En este momento, very good. In these days.
En estos
En estos
días.
días.
En
En
estos
estos
días.
días, very good. So, in this moment, en este momento, in these days, en estos días. Today,
Hoy.
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 hoy, easy, no? So, all of them are going to mention things about the present, right? Today, the people also, today can be metaphorical or literal, right? So, pardon, I can say today, Thursday, Thursday 24th, right? Or when I mention today, I mean in the current times, no? Currently. So it can be metaphorical or it can be also literal, the meaning of today. ¿Listo? Well, basically that would be all with the present. Ready? And now, of course, we have the other ones which are for the future. Ready? So, a ver, Paula Belilla, help me to read, Hani, here the column of the future.
In the future, some, from now, next, tomorrow, after.
Good. Pronunciation
Son.
of this one?
Son.
Soon. Very
Son.
good. Recuerden que el diptongo doble O
Son.
suena como right?
Soon.
Entonces, soon, very good. From now, next, tomorrow, and after. Listo. Soon, what is the meaning of soon?
Pronto.
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 From now. What is the meaning of from now?
Desde
Por
ahora.
ahora.
Desde ahora.
Desde ahora.
Desde
Desde
ahora
ahora.
o a
Desde
partir
ahora.
de ahora. Eso significa que incluye una expresión de tiempo previo. Similar a ago. Va a incluir una unidad de tiempo. For example, 3 years from now, 2 minutes from now, 20 hours from now. O sea, tanto tiempo a partir de ahora. Right? That's the meaning of from now. And next, what is the meaning of next?
Siguiente.
Siguiente.
It's going to mention a specific point, or is similar to, well, it's actually the opposite of last, but it's similar because it mentions a specific point. Next weekend, next Monday, next year, next month, next, no sé, next class, something like that. It's a specific point. While from now mentions quantity of time, cantidad de tiempo, ¿no? 3 years from now, 2 minutes from now into the future. Ready? So that's the difference between from now and next. Tomorrow,
Mañana.
Mañana.
igual que yesterday and today. Puede ser metafórico, puede ser literal. And after,
Después.
después. Yes, it's not specific, it's just say, that's it. ¿Listo? Guys, hasta ahí. ¿Alguna pregunta en las expresiones que hemos visto de tiempo? Any question?
No.
No, teacher. More fine.
Sí,
Lo de currently. No
Ok.
entendí, o sea, actually está mal dicho.
Actually significa otra cosa que no es actualmente. Significa de hecho o en realidad. ¿Ready? Actually significa en realidad. O sea, como cuando yo digo en realidad lo que sucede es tal cosa. O de hecho lo que pasa es ta. Esto es un conector. No es una expresión de tiempo, sino es un conector. Significa en realidad o de hecho. ¿Listo? Y currently, ese sí significa actualmente.
Ok.
¿Listo? ¿Ready?
Lo he dicho mal muchas veces.
Everybody has made the same mistakes. Todos
Yo
hemos hecho el
también.
mismo error, sí. No, tranquilos que todos lo hemos hecho, no worries. Bueno, muy bien, very good. So, with the future, questions with the future, preguntas con el futuro? Nah, easy, no? No problem. Bueno, guys, we're going to have 3 more, and these 3 are special. The expression in, the expression in those days, and the expression in that moment. Ready? In, what is the meaning of in?
En.
En. What do you think? Is for the future, for the present, or for the past? What do you think?
Se puede usar para las tres, ¿no?
¿Fue para las 3? Okay, very good. Especially
Sí.
for future and past. Ready? Especially for
Past.
future and past. For example, if I say in 2010, do you think that is future or is past?
Past.
Past.
But if I say in 2030, is past or future?
Future.
Sure.
So the expression it depends on the year or on the expression that it has afterwards. What about in those days?
En aquellos días.
En esos días.
En esos días. In that moment.
En este momento.
Este momento.
Ese momento, right? So in this case, these 3 expressions are going to be able to work, especially with the future and with the past, depending on the context. For example, here depends on the year that I put after. And in those days and in that moment depends on the previous reference. For example, I was saying, like, for example, let me just erase here. I was saying like 20 years ago, comma, the phones, have a touch screen. ¿Cierto? In that moment, oh my God, sorry. My wrist is hurting a little bit. So in that moment, they keywords. So that is the complete sentence. When I
10
say,
years ago,
¿Qué
the phones was,
será?
porque sería it.
No sé, ¿sí? Was. ¿Qué otras opciones hay? Miren que después viene el verbo have.
Ah, porque es plural, porque es they, no, were.
¿Será were? Miren que después viene el verbo have. It's a negation. 20 years ago, los teléfonos no tenían touchscreen. Yo digo no tenían porque es 20
sí.
years ago,
Have.
¿cierto? Entonces,
Don't,
Don't.
don't,
Don't,
Didn't.
Ah, pero eso es...
didn't.
Sí, porque es pasado.
Didn't have.
No sé, ustedes me dirán,
Sí,
didn't. ¿Sí? ¿Todos de acuerdo?
sí,
Didn't. Yes.
sí, didn't. Yo sí opino que didn't.
Muy bien, didn't have, ¿cierto? Porque
Ujú.
ya sé que estoy hablando del pasado porque tengo la expresión inicial de 20 years ago. Ok, 20 years ago, the phones didn't have touchscreen. In that moment, si yo digo in that moment, I continue with the previous reference. If the previous reference was about the past, in that moment continues talking about the past. So in that moment, they ¿qué?
Had.
Muy bien.
Have.
They had keywords. ¿Por qué en el pasado? Pues porque como seguía hablando del pasado, el verbo sigue estando en pasado, right? Entonces, ¿qué me permiten las expresiones de tiempo? Justamente esto, contextualizar mi oración y saber si debo usar un auxiliar o un verbo en presente, en pasado o en futuro. ¿Listo? Now I change and I say, okay, listo, está ahí, perfecto. 20 years ago, the phones didn't have touchscreen. In that moment, they had keywords. Nowadays,
Teacher, o sea, perdón.
dime.
O sea, espera, hijo, espera un momento. In that moment, they had, o sea, ¿eso cómo se leería desde in that moment hasta keyboards en español?
What is the meaning of in that moment? Vamos, dale.
En
dale que
este
tú puedes.
momento.
En ese,
En
no en este, en ese.
Ah, por eso es que no entiendo. Ok, gracias.
¿Listo? Recuerda que hay diferencia entre that y this. This es para
Por
este
eso es que yo
momento,
lo
que es la
entendía
del
mal.
presente,
Ok,
mira. Y el pasado sería in that moment. En ese momento,
ya. Thank you.
ellos tenían teclados. Ready? Good.
Claro, por eso es pasado.
Ujú,
Qué
exacto.
importante saber esos detallitos.
Yeah, it's important. Now I can change and say, like, for example, that nowadays they many apps. What do you have there?
Nowadays they have many apps.
Have.
They have many apps. ¿Y por qué sé que es have? Ah, pues porque the expression it's nowadays, o sea, it has to be in
En el
present.
presente.
Exactly, right?
Present y por el day es con have.
Ah, yeah, of course, it's with have and not with has, right? Exactly. So I said that nowadays they have many apps. In this moment, let's say that in this moment, people, their phones all day long. What can you put there? In this moment, the people.
People use their phones all day long.
The people
Pero
use. Dime,
en
yes.
presente. Sí,
En
use
presente, of
así.
course.
Ujú.
Exacto. ¿Por qué? Porque pues obviamente ya sé que es in this moment, sigo hablando del presente, ¿cierto? Entonces, las expresiones de tiempo me permiten justamente eso, de contextualizar el texto, contextualizar mi idea y usar los auxiliares y los tiempos correspondientes a lo que yo quiero decir. ¿Listo? Entonces, for example, in this case we said, bueno, entonces ya nos ponemos un poco más in the idea of using the time expressions, and we said, teacher, as Christian said, in the past, the cell phones didn't have touchscreen, they had keyboard, ¿no? Nowadays, the cell phone, or in this moment, or in the present, the cell phones have fingerprint, face recognition, and pattern. Nowadays, the cell phone has internet. Every cell phone has internet connection, no? Long time ago, the cell phones only sent short text messages, like SMS, no? Sorry, only sent, no? In the past. So, por ejemplo, send es un verbo que del presente al pasado se escucha muy similar. Send and sent, ¿cierto? ¿Cómo hago para identificarlo? Bueno, pues justamente con la preposición de tiempo, con la expresión de tiempo. Si yo digo long time ago, ok, ya sé que no es send, sino sent, ¿cierto? Muy bien. Teacher, in the future or soon, for example, you told me soon, the cell phones will be intelligent and the Apple users will be able to share screens. ¿No es qué? Lo que decía Álvaro, the Apple users will be able to share the content, will be able to program with Siri, ¿no? So, but in the future, porque dije soon, o in the near future, ¿no? In the near future, que es en el futuro cerca. ¿Listo? Guys, questions con las preposiciones de tiempo? Sí, it's clear, más o menos, more or less.
Good.
It's clear, yes.
Very good.
Fine.
Bueno, sé que es mucho vocabulario, pero en realidad es sencillo, el vocabulario no es tan complicado, so no worries. Bueno, muy bien, very good. Guys, I have another question for you, and with this question, we start the second and last part. What will you do? What will you do if you lose your phone? It's a hypothetical situation, of course, it's not real, but what will you do if you lose your phone?
Right?
Sí, haría eso del dibujito.
I think too, I'm gonna be crazy.
Sí, cry.
Go crazy, says Christian. Very good. Go crazy, cry. ¿Qué más? What else would you do? Will you do, sorry?
I try to looking.
Try to find it, ¿no? Good. Con calma, yes. Very... Muy bien, Pau. Try to find it. Any other solution?
Bueno, pero depende de las condiciones en que la pierda, porque si es un robo, ni modo.
Ni pa'
Yeah.
qué,
Un atraco a
¿cierto?
mano
Yeah,
armada.
very good. Okay, very good. Maybe go to the police. It's a possibility. Report the cell phone, maybe.
Yes.
Denunciar a la policía.
Report.
I would have, teacher, I would have to buy another.
Eso es me, of course, you have
¿Dónde?
to, yes. Buy another.
¿Dónde?
Cuando no lo encuentre, sí.
Yeah, very good. Buy another. Ready? Entonces, here you give me different consequences or different actions that you would do, that you will do in a specific determined situation. What is the situation? The situation is that imaginarily, you lose your phone. It's a high imaginary situation. It's not real, no? It's an imaginary situation. And in that imaginary situation, there will be certain consequence. For example, Andres will cry. For example, Christian will go crazy. For example, Paula will try to find it. For example, the other Paula will buy another. For example, Diana will report it to the police. No, every person reacts different in that situation, but the situation is the same for everybody. If you lose yourself, ready? In this case, we're going to have two different parts. The first part is the condition. Yeah, we have one condition and we have one consequence. What's the meaning of condition?
Condición.
Condición, of course. And what's the meaning of consequence?
Consecuencia.
Consecuencia. Entonces, esa condición me va a traer ciertas consecuencias, que va a ser diferente para cada persona, pero va a traer ciertas consecuencias idealmente, imaginariamente, porque no es una condición real. Es posible que pase, pero no es completamente real. Diana, ¿tienes preguntas? Diana. ¿Tienes la manita arriba?
Sí,
Question.
pero es una pregunta que me surgió cuando la compañera participó. ¿Cuál es la diferencia de decir by another a decir by other?
Other lo uso para plurales. Ahora, si por ejemplo, other como otros, ¿ready? Y another cuando tengo uno
singular?
nomás. Otro, exacto, otro, solamente otro.
Ok.
¿Ready?
Ah,
Understand?
ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, that's it. Ay, fuck, sorry. I changed it. My God, sorry. No, I already lost it. Bueno, anyways, we have the condition and we have the consequence, right? So in that case, we are going to talk about the first conditional. The first conditional, guys, it's, of course, a sentence that presents a condition and the possible consequences of that condition. My dear, let's say, Yurani, do you have microphone? ¿Tienes micrófono ahí?
Yes.
Could you please help me to read this part?
Repeat, teacher, please.
Dime, honey.
Teacher, que me dijo.
Read, just
Aprendiendo
read.
el micrófono. Sí. To talk about consequences that depend on other actions, why use the first condition. ¿Cómo se pronuncia así?
Conditional.
Condicional.
Listo, recuerden que la mezcla de sonidos T, I, O, N suena como shon. Shon. Ready? Entonces aquí es conditional. Conditional.
Conditional.
Exactly. Como cuando uno calla a alguien, ¿no? Shon. Right?
Conditional. Okay.
Exactly. Muy bien. Entonces, very good. To talk about consequences that depend on other actions, we use the first condition. Ready? Entonces, el primer condicional es una condición posible, es algo posible que trae una posible consecuencia. ¿Listo? Entonces, for example, the condition is always introduced with if. ¿Alguien sabe qué significa if?
Sí.
Sí.
Sí, pero no es un sí de afirmación, sino es un sí de condición. O sea, no es para decir
Ajá.
sí, sino para decir si esto pasa. Ready? Es un sí de condición. So we are going to have first the if. Es sí, ¿cierto? And then we have the subject. And then we have the verb in simple present. O sea, en presente simple, con S o normal, como tenga que ver. Por ejemplo, it says, if it rains. Tercera persona en presente simple. If it rains tomorrow. Con el complemento,
Teacher,
¿cierto?
siempre es en presente simple.
El primer condicional, sí, pero tengan en cuenta que tenemos otros condicionales que vamos a ver luego, pero es solamente el primero. ¿Listo? ¿Ready? Entonces, la parte que va con if, que es la condición de condition, ¿ready? It's going to have this structure. If, the subject, present simple, and then the complement. If it rains tomorrow, si llueve mañana. O, for example, the one that we saw, if I lose, presente simple del verbo perder, if I lose my phone. ¿Cierto? Esa es la condición. If I lose my phone, right? Then we have a comma. Yes, you can see that we have a comma. After the comma, we are going to include the consequence. The consequence of that possible condition. Remember that the consequence is different for everybody. So, for example, if it rains tomorrow, we will be very cold. This is the condition for everybody. But for example, I can say, teacher, if it rains tomorrow, I will not work. Maybe, no? It's another possible consequence. So the consequence is different for everybody. Ready? The consequence is going to have 4 elements. The first one is the subject. Pilas, ese sujeto puede ser el mismo que en la condición o puede ser diferente. Por ejemplo, en este caso es diferente. Aquí es it y aquí es we, pero puede ser el mismo, ¿cierto? For example, if I lose my cell phone, I, yes, entonces si yo pierdo mi celular, yo lo, pero es el mismo sujeto, es the same, ready? Then we're going to have a modal verb.
I'm crying.
Exactly. Entonces, listo, I puede ser, va a ser el mismo sujeto, pero mira que después del sujeto siempre va a llevar un modal. Un modal de estos 3. Normalmente uso will. Normalmente uso will. Por ejemplo, we will be very cold, porque es una predicción de lo que pasará posiblemente si esa condición sucede. Entonces, por eso normalmente se usa will. Pero también puede que yo use can o may. Si yo quiero decir como si esto pasa, yo puedo tal cosa. En ese caso puedo usar can o puedo usar may. Ready? Ambos significan poder. Ready? So, in that case, I said, for example, that if I lose my phone, I will. Y después del modal, ¿qué va? Recuerden que después del modal siempre, siempre va a ir un verbo en infinitive o en the basic form. Ready? Entonces, if I lose my phone, I will cry. If I lose my phone, I
cry
will
all
go
night.
crazy. Dime.
All night.
I will
All
cry all
night.
night. Exactly.
All
Very
night.
good. Eso hace parte ya del complemento. Entonces, all
The
night o
complement,
in my
okay.
house o, you know. For example, if I lose my phone, I will go crazy, as Christian said. Me vuelvo loco, yes, like, me volvería loco. So I will go crazy. Teacher, no, if I lose my phone, I will buy another. Como dijo Pau, I will buy another. Compraré otro, porque ¿qué más puedo hacer, right? So the consequences are going to be varied. And I can use will in most of the cases. La mayoría de los casos voy a usar will, pero también puedo usar can or may, dependiendo lo que yo quiera decir. ¿Listo? Básicamente, esa es la estructura del primer condicional. Condición y consecuencia. La condición siempre con if, la consecuencia siempre con el modal. Es decir, que la oración que lleva if nunca lleva el modal, porque una es la condición, la otra es la consecuencia. ¿Ready? Lo que sí puedo hacer es cambiar de posición y decir, por ejemplo, en este caso, we will be very cold, la consecuencia primero, if it rains tomorrow, la condición después, ¿cierto? Pero separando igualmente consequence of condition, ¿ready? Entonces, we will be very cold if it rains
No
tomorrow.
cambia la estructura.
Cambia simplemente las dos partes del lugar, pero la estructura se mantiene igual
Igualita.
cada parte
Ok.
normal. Por ejemplo, I can say, I will cry if what?
If I lose my
Es-
phone.
If
Teacher,
I lose my phone. Yes.
En este caso no habría comas.
En ese caso no habría comas porque if es el conector que une las dos partes. Andrés,
Ujú.
Andrés, ¿ibas a preguntar algo? ¿Alguien iba a preguntar algo por
Lo
ahí?
mismo que preguntó la compañera.
Ah, ok, good, yes. Cuando usamos esta estructura de primero la consecuencia y luego la condición, if es el conector que une las dos partes, entonces no se necesita una coma. ¿Listo? No problem. Ready? Questions hasta ahí, más o menos, ¿cómo van con el primer condicional? Es fácil, este es easy.
Teacher, una pregunta. Es que no recuerdo la diferencia entre will y would.
Bueno, will es para algo que posiblemente sí va a pasar en el futuro, es una predicción. Would es algo que podría pasar, ¿cierto? Que pasaría en cierta situación. De hecho, will se usa para el primer condicional y would se usa para el segundo condicional, pero eso es un tema de la semana 11 más o menos de este nivel. Would, ¿listo? Que es el segundo condicional. Will es el primer condicional y would es el segundo. ¿Por qué? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre uno y el otro? Will, que es el condicional 1, es una situación probable. Would, que es el segundo condicional, es una situación ya muy remota, muy irreal. Por ejemplo, ¿qué haría si tuviera superpoderes? Eso es algo que nunca va a pasar. Diferente a perder el celular, que es algo que sí puede pasar. ¿Listo, Pau? ¿Ready? Entonces, will es más probable, would es mucho más remoto. ¿Ok?
Para teacher, gracias.
¿Listo? Good. Bueno, very good. Entonces, por el momento todavía no vamos a meter would. No problem. Just we're going to stay with will. Ready? Bueno, very good. The first conditional is, as I told you, used for talking about real situations that, I mean, they are possible, but they are real. Son posible que pasen, pero son, digamos, posibilidades reales, es decir, que puede que sí pase. No como el segundo condicional, que es algo muy remoto. For example, I am going to have. Let me just erase this part. And I say, what will you do? What will you do if you feel depressed? Feeling depressed is something that can happen, that normally the people suffer. Es una cosa normal, right? It's something that the people can feel at any time. Now the question is, what will you do in the situation, in the condition that you feel depressed? What will you do? What would you probably do?
I will speak with my mom.
Good, very good. I will
I
talk
will
to.
go to the doctor.
Wait, I will talk to my mom. That's Paula's solution. Very good. I will talk to my mom. Somebody said, yeah, I will go to the doctor. Of course, it's important. Depression is something important. So I will go to the doctor. Right? Muy bien. ¿Qué más? Any other solution?
I will
Teacher, ¿y
go
por qué?
shopping.
Wait, I will go shopping. Ok, puedes quitarla. Puede ayudar para la presión. Good. So I will go shopping. Diana, pregunta.
Que quería saber por qué no se podría poner I will speak to my mom, como dijo la compañera.
Ah, bueno,
Porque
digamos que en
talk y
este
no
caso,
speak.
speak es
Okay.
cuando yo digo hablar, pero especialmente como un idioma. Speak Spanish, speak English, speak German.
Ok,
Y hablarle
thank you.
a alguien es talk to.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
ready? Muy bien.
I
Very good.
will cry.
Also, it's
Cry.
possible that you will cry. In my case,
No,
for
pray,
example,
pray. Permíteme.
pray.
Pray. Yeah. Pray.
Also, it's a good solution. I will pray.
Pray
Pray to God.
at
To God.
to God. Eso, ve, to God.
That's good.
Pray es
I
¿qué?
will
¿Orar?
go
Orar.
to wall.
Wait, Yurani y luego Liliana. Yurani?
I will go to walk. Salir a caminar.
Yeah, I will
No
go
lo
to
digo ya bien.
walk. It's a good solution for clear your mind. Muy bien, very good, Yurani. Lili?
I will not want to go out in the street.
Good. I will not want to go out. Want siempre lleva to después. I will not want to go out. Obviamente uno no quiere salir, right? I will not go out, want to go out. In my case, of course, I won't go to work. If I feel depressed, I won't go to work. Ready? Will not es lo mismo que want, ¿no?
Change activity.
Paula, repeat, please, sorry.
I'll change the activity.
I will change the activity. Very good. That's it. ¿Listo? Pero todas esas son las condiciones. ¿Bajo qué? Perdón, las consecuencias. ¿Bajo qué condición? What is the condition in that case?
A mental condition, depression.
If you feel,
Depression.
if you
If
feel
I feel
Depressed.
depressed. Very good. Right? If I feel depressed. Of course, you can introduce only the consequence. It's all right. Pueden incluir solamente la consecuencia, claro, si ya previamente mencioné la condición, como en la pregunta. Si no, pues será necesario incluir los dos. Right? Entonces, if I feel depressed, I will go shopping. If I feel depressed, I will pray to God. If I feel depressed, I will not want to go out. If I feel depressed, Right? Es una situación real que no está pasando en este momento, pero que puede pasar. Yes, it's a real situation that can happen. Ready? Or for example, if I feel depressed, I can, I don't know, I can teach. Yes, si me siento deprimido no puedo enseñar, no, I can teach. Usando otro modal, ¿no? Entonces recuerden que will es el más normal, pero puedo también incluir can or may. ¿Listo? Ready? Good. Bueno, very good. We have time for one other example. Wait a second. Very good. Guys, what will you do? What will you do if you, well, what will you do if you have a broken heart? Yeah. No, that's also very sad. Let's change it for something happier, no? So if you have a race, what is the meaning of race? What is the meaning of race?
quebrarse.
Tell me again, Lily.
Como quebrarse.
Al contrario.
quedarse. Lotería.
¿Volverse rico?
Un aumento. Remember, so if you have a raise or if you receive a raise, what will you do if you have a raise? Puede pasar, no? Of course, it's a possibility.
I take a long trip.
Once again, please, Paula, could you please repeat it?
I'll take a long trip.
Oh my God, I'll take a long trip. ¿Y el trabajo? No, bien, gracias. Ok, a long trip. Muy bien, Pau. Álvaro.
I can buy to house.
It's a possibility.
A
I can
house,
buy
a house.
a house. Good.
A house. No,
But
no to
maybe
buy
an
a-
apartment, no? O bueno, yeah, depending the rate.
Sí,
I don't
ya,
know.
ya. O sea,
Muy bien, excelente, Álvaro. Yes. Lily?
No, I will travel for the world, all world.
Good. I will travel around
Around.
the world. Yeah, very good. Excellent. That's a possibility. Anything else?
I'll change the car.
Hey, that's important, right? I'll change the car. Good. Very good. Okay. Any other?
I will buy my Apple Vision Pro.
Okay, I will buy my Apple what?
No, Apple Vision Pro.
The goggles.
Sí.
The Apple Vision Pro. Okay, very good. Yeah, that's it, no? So all of that in the possible condition. Christian, sorry, I interrupt you.
See, I think I could say, for example, I may change my clothes
Yeah,
or
exactly.
may go first.
I may change my clothes.
O may tiene que ir primero que el sujeto.
No, it's there. It's in the same position that the other modals because may is also a
¿Qué es may?
modal verb. Yes, may. Ready?
¿Qué
Pilas.
es?
maybe, may que es también poder, pero es un poder más bajito, o es decir, una posibilidad más remota que can. ¿Listo? Entonces, por eso, por ejemplo, cuando digo puede ser, ¿cómo se dice puede ser?
Maybe.
Maybe, que es la unión del verbo may y el verbo ser, right? O sea, maybe, o sea, puede ser, ¿ready? Entonces, may es una posibilidad más bajita que will o can, pero también es una posibilidad como existente, que puede ser, ¿ready? Okay, guys, yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Teacher,
Entonces,
Mary.
como es, cuando va como maybe,
bueno.
Chris, o sea, como el adverbio maybe, ahí sí va antes, pero como es modal, o sea, como estás usando el modal, no maybe, sino may, ahí va normal, después del sujeto, antes del otro verbo, ¿ok?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect, that's it. That's very good. I may change my clothes. Ready? Bueno, guys, any question about the first condition? El primer condicional es muy fácil, la estructura es muy repetitiva, es muy sencilla, y pues como trabaja con modales, es más fácil de trabajar. Questions about it, difficulties or problems? No, sí.
No,
No.
teacher, everything is clear.
Everything is clear. Muy bien, very good. No olviden que la parte de la consecuencia, que es con el modal, pues va normal, en infinitivo. Pero la otra parte es en presente simple. Si es with you, pues el verbo no va a cambiar, right? Pero ¿qué pasa si yo digo, for example, no sé, what will you do? What will you do if your couple, I don't know, breaks up with you? Breaks up with you. What is the meaning of break up?
Romper, terminar.
Romper.
Romper o terminar. Entonces, what will you do if your couple, como es he o she, pues ahí debo
Pareja.
aplicar el presente simple en el verbo, si es en la condición. En la consecuencia no, porque como tengo el modal no pasa nada. Pero en la condición, como el verbo es en presente simple, tengo que tener cuidado de usarlo correctamente si el sujeto es tercera persona, ¿vale? ¿Ready?
Yes, right.
Listo, guys. El resto sí, esta parte de la tercera persona, all clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Listo, muy bien, guys. Very good. Entonces, that's the first conditional. Básicamente, ese es el primer condicional. Es muy sencillo de usar. And that's it. Listo. Entonces, pues, in terms of today, we talk about two different things. The first conditional, like mentioning the possible consequences of a condition. And also, we mentioned about the time expressions that we saw for contextualizing and making clear in what tense I'm working. When we talk about different tenses, cuando hablamos de diferentes tiempos o empiezo a contrastar los tiempos, es necesario usar estas expresiones para no perderme en el texto. ¿Listo? Ready? This is basically those were the two topics of the week number 6. The next week we have 2 classes. Ready? So the next week we have 2 classes. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Tenemos 2 clasecitas. Vayan adelantando trabajo. Ya esta es la semana 6, o sea, 50%, ya vamos por la mitad de básico 2, ¿listo? Entonces, para que sepan más o menos, calculen que deberían ir más o menos por el 50% de este nivel. Si no van por el 50%, pues no es para espantarse, pero sí para que vayan adelantando un poquito más, tratando de adelantar. ¿Listo? Álvaro, ¿preguntas?
Teacher, repeat what to do in checking weekend
Checkpoint.
6. Checkpoint, yeah.
Good. The checkpoint is 2 different parts. The first, the description of the candles day, descripción del día de las velitas, in which you are going to do what we did the last time with when, after, and before. Entonces, en ese caso usan when, after y before. No importa tanto la parte histórica ni si la información es verídica o no. Me importa más que usen when, after y before de forma correcta, que son los 3 adverbios de tiempo que vimos la clase pasada. Obviamente
Perfecto.
también pueden encontrar, incluir estos que vimos hoy, de pronto para mencionar algún hábito pasado, algún hábito viejito, lo que se hace en estos días, you know, it depends on you. Lo ideal es que describan lo que sucede o cómo se celebra ese día, con los adverbios de tiempo, tanto los de la clase pasada como los de hoy. ¿Listo? Y in the second part, we are going to have a phone call, una llamada, in which you recommend or give instructions to a person to go from the airport, El Dorado, to shopping center, Gran Estación, creo que es, no me acuerdo. Bueno, para ir de un lado al otro, ready? So you have to give instructions, tienen que dar instrucciones, right? ¿Cómo? Usando el imperativo que vimos la clase pasada. be sure to, remember to, ta, 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 ready? Y usando la cosa de los propósitos. Entonces, to y for. For going to Gran Estación Shopping Center, you have to no sé qué, try to take a taxi, remember to pay no sé qué. Entonces, imperativos y to y for como medio de propósito. Y creo que también pueden incluir también, obviamente, un poquito del primer condicional. Por ejemplo, si te cobra mucho, pues puedes, no sé, pagarle con no sé qué. Depends on you. Lo pueden incluir si quieren, no es necesario, no es obligatorio, pero sí la parte de los imperativos y del to y for para propósito. ¿Vale? Esas son las dos actividades del checkpoint de la semana 6.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
So, great, no problem. Bueno, guys, entonces ya saben, nos vemos pronto la otra semanita, clase 7.1 y 7.2. Y mientras tanto, vayan adelantando, que no los coja la tarde con las actividades de este nivel, por favor, please. So on, so on. Ready?
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
See
you,
you.
teacher.
Descansen,
Yes,
Teacher,
goodbye.
thank you.
Bye
See you
bye.
Thank
later.
you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
50,
Bye,
teacher,
teacher.
50,
Other night.
58.
50 what? Sorry about it?
Yo estoy en, I am 58.
58%.
Sí,
Ah, relax, you're fine.
sí, ya.
I'm fine.
Teacher.
Okay, very good.
Bueno,
Mrs. Alvarin, so see you soon.
bye,
See you next
class.
week. Goodbye.
Sí, goodbye, bye. Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye, man.
Bye, class.